Today's forecast brings an exciting blend of rain and snow with a chance of some dramatic thunderstorms rolling through. Whether you're heading out for errands or just enjoying the view from your window, it's going to be a dynamic day in the skies. What does this mean for you? Bundle up. Thick, cozy layers are your best friend today to keep the cold and dampness at bay. Stay safe. If you're out and about, watch for slippery roads and sudden changes in visibility. Thunderstorms can strike quickly, so have an umbrella and a warm jacket handy. Be prepared. If you're staying indoors, it's the perfect excuse to sip on a hot drink and enjoy the dramatic weather from the comfort of your home. Great to see you on this Friday. I got an update for you on our ongoing major winter storm impacting much of the South. Many people still need to deal with the snow and ice before this system wraps up. We'll likely see some light impacts continuing into tomorrow as well. After that, we'll quickly discuss what's coming down the pipeline, and I'll have a little message at the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell for the latest notifications. Also, comment to let me know what you're seeing in your area, or this helps all of us gauge where the storm is and how some areas might be overperforming while others may be underperforming. All right, let's jump into things. Overview. This will be a quick video this morning. You can see on our map here that our storm is bringing plenty of snow through Missouri, parts of Arkansas, and now much of Tennessee, northern Alabama, and northern Mississippi. These areas are already seeing accumulating snow. Snow is also starting to creep into portions of the western Carolinas, including the Greenville-Spartanburg area. Columbia might begin to see sleet or snow soon, maybe even already by the time you're watching this. This is definitely an impressive storm. Both on satellite and radar, it's not hard to spot. It's staring us right in the face. Now, looking at our current alerts map, things are still very active. All those pink boxes represent winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories, which extend as far south as Orangeburg, South Carolina, and as far north as parts of Michigan. A lot of people are still dealing with this winter weather, and that theme will continue through the rest of today as the storm moves eastward, bringing plenty of snow and ice along with it. Let's break it down. Southeast updates. We'll start with the southeast, giving you the latest timing and snowfall totals along with expected ice accumulation. Here's where things stand as of 9 a.m. This model, the RGEM, is doing a pretty good job capturing the situation. You can see an icy mix beginning in Atlanta, continuing into Birmingham, and starting to move into South Carolina later this morning. Snowfall should continue across extreme northern Alabama, Georgia, and upstate South Carolina, with steady snow over much of Tennessee throughout the morning and into the afternoon. Looking ahead to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, snow should be well established across the upstate from Greenville, Spartanburg through Asheville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga. Atlanta and parts of South Carolina's Midlands might switch back to rain, though models hint at icy mixes in those areas. By the evening, areas like Greenville, Charlotte, and Columbia may transition to sleet or freezing rain. Greensboro should stay mostly snow, while the mountains see a mix of snow and sleet. The storm's impacts will continue across the Carolinas into early Saturday morning, but by sunrise, most areas will start to clear out. Some lingering northwest flow precipitation may persist in parts of North Carolina and Virginia, but the system will be completely gone by Saturday evening. Snowfall and ice totals, according to the latest National Weather Service forecast, snow totals will range from 1 to 3 inches along the EE85 corridor in the Carolinas. Some spots may get more than 3 inches, while others might see less than an inch if sleet and ice mix in heavily. In the Midlands and Sandhills of South Carolina, the primary concern will be ice. Expect a little snow or sleet at the start, transitioning to freezing rain for most of the event. Areas like Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia will see all snow, with 2 to 4 inches likely in areas such as Danville, Richmond, and Norfolk. For ice totals, there's a growing concern. Accumulations of a 1/4 inch or more are possible in northern Georgia. the E20 corridor, and upstate South Carolina, including places like Newberry, Camden, and Rock Hill. Even the sand hills could see a glaze to 1/10 of an inch of ice. So it's not just the snow, but also the ice. And the combination of both will create nearly impossible travel conditions overnight and even into tomorrow. Conditions will remain hazardous until temperatures rise above freezing, allowing the snow and ice to melt. However, even then, shaded back roads will likely stay icy through most of Saturday. We could also be dealing with black ice concerns into early next week. Northeast and Midwest update. Let's take a look at the Northeast, the Midwest, and the rest of the East. This evening, snow will extend into Indiana, Ohio, and parts of Michigan. By tonight and early tomorrow, light snow will also reach areas like Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Long Island, with much of the Northeast seeing light snow showers. There may be brief bursts of moderate snowfall through Saturday morning, which will gradually taper off as the system moves toward Maine. There's a chance for a secondary piece of energy to swing through Cape Cod, which could increase snowfall totals there on Saturday evening and overnight before the storm finally exits. By late Saturday into early Sunday, we'll start to see our next system forming over Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. Snowfall in the Northeast will be an all-snow event, but the I-95 corridor from Philadelphia to Boston will see only light accumulations, likely just a dusting to an inch, with isolated spots getting slightly more. The Delmarva Peninsula, DC, and areas farther south could see 1 to 3 inches of additional snow, while the interior Northeast will have higher totals as the storm exits. Unfortunately for folks along the Lac du Bas 95 corridor in Maine and northern areas, this system will likely pass them by, leaving minimal snowfall. Our next storm, for snow lovers, here's some good news, though it might not be great for everyone else. A pattern change around January 20th could set the stage for another storm system, possibly resembling what we've seen this week. This setup could favor the East Coast, Midwest, or Mid-South, but there are still a lot of unknowns at this point. Using the latest European ensemble model, we can see that a new system may develop. By Monday afternoon, the Midwest and Great Lakes could see light wintry weather, not a major event, but enough to bring some snow. As we approach the 19th and 20th, a significant block of Arctic air will push southward into the western and central parts of the country. This cold air could interact with another storm system, increasing the potential for another major winter storm in about 10 days. The model shows the possibility of snowfall in the Ohio Valley, Northeast, and parts of the East Coast. Afterward, the cold air settles in, which could allow for another round of winter weather before January ends. Final notes and announcement. That's all I have for the forecast today. Just a quick announcement. I have a flight out of Charlotte in about an hour for a meteorology-related trip to New Orleans. Because of this, I won't have any new videos tonight, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, as I won't return until Monday evening. My next update will be on Tuesday morning. Latest and the current storm. Another round of extreme Arctic air will move out of Canada into the Midwest and Rockies. This will potentially trigger more significant snowstorms in the upper Midwest and Northeast by the following weekend as the colder air collides with warmer air. To start, here's a look at the latest GEOES East satellite imagery of the continental United States provided by NOAA. There's a lot happening with our current weather pattern. First, we're tracking a major snowstorm moving across the eastern seaboard, with the southeast reporting heavy snowfall and gusty winds. And meanwhile, in the west, the Intermountain region is experiencing intense offshore wind events, particularly in California's Central Valley and Southern California. These areas continue to struggle with relentless wildfires, resulting in widespread smoke and significant property damage. My thoughts go out to everyone affected by these fires, including many celebrities who have lost their homes. Looking at the latest National Weather Service alerts and current hazards, we still have winter storm warnings in effect for the entire state of Tennessee, most of Kentucky, and large portions of the Carolinas. These areas are experiencing heavy snow, sleet, and freezing rain. North of these regions, winter weather advisories are in place, with a couple of inches of additional snow expected from this winter storm. Meanwhile, the next major system is moving in from the Pacific Northwest. This will bring another serious windstorm to Northern California and eventually to Southern California, where red flag warnings and high wind watches remain in effect due to the ongoing Santa Ana winds. If you're enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and give this video a thumbs up. Now let's take a look at the latest ECMWF model. This European model is one of the most reliable for forecasting, depending on your time zone. The next winter storm will bring winter storm warnings and advisories to parts of the northern United States. However, this system isn't expected to have a major impact, as snowfall will be minimal. What this system will do is introduce an extreme Arctic cold front from the north. You'll notice the lower heights on the map, which indicate colder temperatures. By Sunday, conditions will stabilize in most areas, with dry and quiet weather prevailing despite cold temperatures in some regions. Snow is expected to linger over the Great Lakes, and Houston may see some rainfall. But overall, the forecast looks relatively calm through Tuesday and Wednesday. However, here's the twist. A massive surge of colder Arctic air will arrive later in the week. I'll show you the temperature anomalies and air temperature shortly, as this could become extremely dangerous. For Thursday and Friday, weather conditions remain calm, but we may need to watch for a system developing along a frontal boundary. This setup, with warmer air from the Gulf colliding with colder air from the north, could produce precipitation, thunderstorms, or even a snowstorm heading into the weekend of January 18th to 19th. By this time, heavy rain could impact Georgia, with a potential snowstorm or backdoor cold front bringing intense northerly winds and frigid air from Canada. This will likely lead to our next major snowstorm around January 20th to 21st, which falls on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Unfortunately, this could result in disruptive weather for the Southeast and Midwest. That said, this forecast is still 10 days out, and models are struggling to resolve whether this system will develop. If it does, expect freezing rain, snow to the north, and heavy rain to the south, followed by very cold air in its wake. Switching to the GFS model, the snowstorm we just discussed will move out of the area by early tomorrow morning, leaving behind mostly dry conditions. A few snow showers may linger across the northern plains, but no major impacts are expected. By Sunday, most areas will experience quiet weather, providing a good opportunity to attend church, travel, or enjoy outdoor activities. This trend of calmer weather continues through much of next week, with little to no precipitation expected by Thursday or Friday. Big weather update: extreme Arctic blast coming. While things are looking relatively calm for Wednesday and Thursday, the weekend is shaping up to bring potentially impactful weather. By the weekend of January 18th to 19th, we're looking at the possibility of a significant winter storm. This could include heavy rainfall, severe weather in the deep south, and snow across the northeast. After that, we may see a second wave of wintry weather just in time for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. However, the models remain inconsistent, with the GFS showing one scenario and the European model presenting another. That's why we always compare both models for the most reliable forecast. Looking beyond that system, there's even more to watch for, but it's too far out to predict with certainty. Instead, the main concern should be the extreme Arctic air that will develop late next week and persist through Martin Luther King Jr. week. Unfortunately, if you're hoping for warmer temperatures, this Arctic air mass will only intensify. Extreme Arctic temperatures ahead. The European model is especially concerning, showing frigid temperatures that could significantly impact daily life. The GFS model also highlights this trend, but is slightly less severe than the Euro. The first surge of cold air arrives this weekend, with temperatures plunging into the single digits and even as low as -10 to -20 degrees Fahrenheit across the Dakotas. By Monday morning, this Arctic cold will spread further south bringing single-digit temperatures to a wider area. For those in these regions, it's essential to give yourself extra time to defrost your windshield and warm up your car. The coldest morning early next week is expected on Tuesday, with overnight lows of -10 to -25 degrees Fahrenheit in Minnesota. In Indiana, temperatures will hover around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. The extreme cold persists into Wednesday, especially across the Great Lakes region. Arctic blast intensifies by late January. Although there may be a brief modest warm-up midweek, this won't last long. By the weekend of January 19th to 21st, a second and more intense Arctic blast will descend from the north. This will bring temperatures as low as -10 to -20 degrees Fahrenheit across large parts of the U.S., with wind chill values making it feel even colder. According to the European Ensemble forecast, wind chills in the high plains could range from -40 to -50 degrees Fahrenheit around January 21st. In such conditions, frostbite can occur in as little as 5 to 10 minutes. These dangerously cold conditions will extend across much of the United States, with single-digit temperatures even reaching northern and central Texas. And guys, if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like and leave a comment below. I'll see you all in the next video.